this is a big one, and I've asked a project executive that I respected a lot what the answer to this one is, but I'm going to ask you. When you think about the real objective of a project manager, going back to that loop, what is their actual mission, so that we can bring it home for the listeners?
Okay, so the actual mission is
Yeah.
I'd go back to the book by Patrick Lencioni, Five Dysfunctions of a Team, and a quote in there that says, if you could get all of the people in an organisation rowing in the same direction, you could dominate any industry, any market, under any conditions, at any time. If you could get everyone, the PM's job is to get everyone headed in the same direction. If he could do that, you'll build any project under any circumstances, ever gets thrown at you at any time. That's my opinion. In my opinion, that is his number one job.
I love that, and kudos to you for pronouncing his name right. I always get that wrong.
That took a lot of practice to get that right, especially for an
Yeah,
Aussie.
because
Right, yesterday's session was day one of 90 days. We made a pact that we're going to do an ORCA debrief every single day for 90 days. I wouldn't recommend you start out with that. Anyway, the reason why we're doing that is I'm running these sessions, which is align your team before Christmas. Get everyone heading in the same direction. This is the PM's main job. A lot of them are going to need some help. I actually don't like the word project manager. We speak to a project catalyst. What I'm going to do right now is give you a quick recap of what we did yesterday, and then we are going to kick into doing day 2 live, a ORCA debrief with our AI wingman, who is called, funnily enough, ORCA Wingman. All right. What we need to flush out first, and that's what this process does, is how much of a shit show is your project currently. So is it a bit of a shit show, a real shit show, or complete and utter shit show? That just tells us how quickly we need to move to turn this thing around. We need to have what's known as an obeyer, or you might have known it as the war room setup, where we centralise all this stuff and do all of these things that we're talking about, particularly these debrief sessions and the planning sessions. We create a pact. I'm not going to dive right into why we create a pact here today. You can go back to yesterday's video or message me the words day 1 of ORCA, day 1 of 90 ORCA replay, please, and I'll send you that link. To start off with, you would start with 10 days max, and we spoke to that yesterday, why you'd only start at 10 days max, and it is output focused, not outcome focused. Again, there's very specific reasons why we're doing that way. Go back to the previous video if you want to know what they are. So we create a loop, an improvement loop, 2-second lean. This is based on 2-second lean. A lot of it is based on what Christian Boucousis speaks to in the afterburner advantage. The way that we run our days. Improve. Continuous improvement. Continuous improvement gets a bad rap because it's been flogged by consultants and people that think they understand lean and really don't. We do need a continuous improvement loop, but funnily enough, it needs to happen continuously, like daily, or better. First part of it is pillar 1, off of Keith Cunningham's 3 pillars of success that we learned yesterday, is we plan and we use the flex process to do that. We didn't dive into that yesterday. Our focus at the moment is getting the ORCA part right. So second is we need measurable outputs, which are cause effect outputs. Third is we debrief with the ORCA process for 10 minutes. So the pact that we create is I will debrief for 10 minutes. That's all we need to do for the first 10 days of this turnaround. Then that's pillar 3. Pillar 4 is we are going to supercharge it with AI. So enter the ORCA Wingman. Okay, I'll flick to the next session. Again, if you want to see the first one that I did and how I set this up, how I created this chat, actually, if you just want a link to it, and you'll have the prompt, everything in there, so you can just pick this up, go, start. DM me the words ORCA Wingman ChatGPT link, and I'll send it to you. The trigger for this, to kick this process off, is when we speak to it, it's another key point here, is, I'll do it right now, new shift, 25th of November 2026. Let's see how good it runs us through the process from yesterday. So here he goes. He kicks off. Should come back and ask me, did I do my 3 tasks yesterday? What was the single most important objective for today? Not the mission, not the week, not everything you could have done. Just the one objective that mattered today, 25th of November. What was it? Number one objective today is to actually do this live that we're doing right now while we're doing this ORCA process. Now, the reason we're doing that is because I'm showing people just how much traction, how much progress they make inside 90 days if they did this every day on the daily regular basis, which was taken from Keith Cunningham's book, if you remember correctly. Feeding that bit of information, let's see what he did. So we've ticked off the objective. We knew what the objective was for today. Calm but firm. Mate, I'm going to tighten the frame here. You drifted into why the objective matters. ORCA doesn't care why, only what that single objective was. You actually nailed it in the first sentence. Run the live session demonstrating the ORCA process. That's clean, observable, binary. Everything after that was a story, accurate but not relevant to ORCA. Good, we move on. He's been specifically trained, or the AI has been specifically trained to keep me on track like that, keep us away from the story and keep us focused on the facts. What result did you actually get today regarding that objective? Did you run the live? If yes, was it completed, partially done, cut short, or executed as planned? State the observable reality. Okay, so I'm going to kick this one back at you. You gave me 3 tasks to do today out of yesterday's session, and you haven't asked me about those yet. So why would we be going to results, and why did you not ask me what those 3 tasks were before we even started our objective? Let's see what he says here. I like having a argument with AI. It's good fun. Let's see what he says. He's thinking hard. Calm, firm and clean. Here's the correct and logic behind it. Why I didn't ask you about 3 daily actions, or why you're right to call it out? You're correct. Part of your behavioural scoreboard is, did you complete yesterday's 3 daily actions? That should have been checked before we move in today's ORCA loop. I moved too quickly to objective. Good catch. This is exactly the kind of precision ORCA demands. Let's correct the sequence now. Step 0, daily check-ins, yesterday's 3 tasks. Here we daily actions for day 1. Create a Kanban ticket for today's single objective. Run 1 50-minute critical focus block before 10 a.m. Publish 1 LinkedIn post promoting the December sessions. Before we continue today's debrief, I need binary answers. Did you complete... He's being a smart ass now. He's pulling me in the line. Did you complete daily action 1? Yes or no? Did you complete daily action 2? Yes or no? Did you complete daily action 3? Yes or no? Once we capture this, when we move to for today's single objective. Question 1 is yes. Question 2 is yes. Question 3 is yes. Just want yes or no answers. We said we're going to do these things yesterday. Did we do them or did we not? We don't want a story at this stage. We just want to know, are we executing the mission flawlessly? Not perfectly, flawlessly. Are we executing it? Kanban, create a ticket, yes. Yes, yes. That's a full strike through day 1's behaviours, momentum compounds. Now we continue the day 2 debrief. We've done the objective. What results did you actually get today? Did the live happen? Did you complete it? Was it executed end to end? Was anything missed? Any part unfinished? So this is the live that we're doing at the moment. The live is demonstrating the ORCA process. So the process is in place. It will be completed as soon as we have completed doing this ORCA session. Let's see what he says to that. Notice how this stops a lot of the arguments as well, because instead of people arguing saying, there was 3 tasks yesterday, Fred, you were assigned to them, did you do them, did you not? Instead of them getting stuck into it, it's the AI asking the questions and going, hey, did you actually do what you said you were going to do? Now we've set this at 3 different levels as well. So I've told it to be a little bit less aggressive to start with for the first 10 days until people start to get used to going backwards and forwards with it. Then we're going to take the level up a bit more, then up a bit more. The live session is happening right now. The ORCA process is being demonstrated end to end. It will be completed the moment this debrief ends. No ambiguity, no drift. That is the result. Now we can identify the drivers. What behaviours, decisions, and this is key when we spoke to outputs versus outcomes. Where did we talk about that? I may have rubbed it off. Oh no, output focus. See how he's looking at what are the behaviours. As I spoke to yesterday, if we start trying to measure metrics, measurable metrics straight up, when we're trying to turn a project around as in progress, complete, those sorts of things, the project's behind. We know that. We have to catch up. We know that. What are the behaviours, causes that we need to get in place that can create the effect? Let's start measuring those so that people can have an actual win and build some momentum, and they can feel like they're making progress, not just getting flogged every day. Just what you did that allowed today's objective live session to happen. I scheduled the so what behaviours produced today's result? So the first behaviour is I plan my day before I started, because you did that yesterday. You gave me the 3 tasks I need to get done. I went and created a Kanban ticket up here on my board, and that was to ensure that I tweaked up the copy page, the place where people book in, and put a secondary call to action on it. So that got completed. The reason it got done is because I locked the sessions in, did it with a Kanban card, and then did the critical focus time where I switched everything else off. I've got a little clock on the wall here where I hit for a 50-minute session. So I've got the behaviours and the patterns all set, everything that I need to do. Verify the full kit before I even start. You're going to tell me I waffled on too much there, but this will get your meetings moving as well, because we're getting people used to speaking with what they call radical candor, because they can speak. It's easier for them to speak candidly to the AI than it is to another person, and we can get feedback from the AI on that as well. Good, now we're talking behaviours, not stories. I told you, let's distill what you said into Cunningham, clean, boo, aligned causes. Day 2 of 25, you achieved today's results because you planned your day before it started. You executed pillar 1 without drift. You already had clarity on what mattered. Created a Kanban ticket with a clear done statement. Visual clarity, binary definition of success, no room for ambiguity. Ran a protected 50-minute critical focus block. Tools off, clock running, full kit verified before starting. This is behaviour that guarantees throughput. These are real causes, decisions, and actions you control. This is exactly what ORCA is designed to surface. Now we convert day 2 into tomorrow's leverage. 3 actions, daily actions for the next 24 hours. 1, create tomorrow's single objective Kanban ticket before bed tonight. Day starts with alignment instead of improvisation. So I'll go and do that ticket straight after I finish this session actually. 2, run 1 50-minute critical focus block before 10 a.m. Purpose, momentum in the highest quality hours of the day. That's a really important point. Your best time of your day is our early sessions. Before 11 o'clock for me is the best time for me to get what's called a critical focus time in, where I'm just focused on doing a specific task. PMs should be getting at least one of those in before 10 or 11 o'clock, with a caveat that I'd say that your people are the most important thing. Everyone else rowing in the same direction, everyone headed in the same direction first is where you're going to get your most leverage. Send 3 direct outreach messages for December session bookings. Okay, so I need to get onto this tomorrow. Direct messages. Purpose, daily pipeline movement, trackable, yes, no. 3 tasks, finite, binary, repeatable. This is a compounding stack. Insight package, 3 layers. Layer 1, wingman insight. You're executing like a pro because you remove choice. Kanban plus 1 objective plus 1 block time and no cognitive load. This is Keith Cunningham's core principle. Reduce stupidity by reducing decision points. you're doing that. Operational insight. Your behaviour is starting to follow a proper align, execute, debrief, adapt cycle. This is flawless execution architect. Align planned objectives plus Kanban card. Execute 50-minute protected block. Debrief ORCA loop. Adapt equals tomorrow's action. You're getting flow because the cycle is tight and uninterrupted. Layer 3, A1 meta insight. You have a pattern emerging. AIs are fucking exceptional at identifying patterns. This is probably the most important part of using the AI as part of your ORCA debrief session, is that it will see patterns. It's already starting to see a pattern emerge just from 2 sessions. When you get this across multiple sessions, then you'll wait until you see what this looks like on day 90. You have a pattern emerging. You perform best when ritual plus visual clarity plus timing discipline work together. It's not the tool, it's a sequence. So I'm starting to tell these guys the sequence that you're moving in, this flywheel is spinning up. We're getting traction already. Decide, visualize, time block, execute, report. This is a personal operating rhythm worth locking in. Day 2 scoreboard. Plan your day before it starts. Yes. Identify one single objective. Yes. ORCA debrief completed. Yes. Daily actions completed. Yes, yes, yes. Daily actions are now set. Whenever you're ready for the next one, type next shift day. What we could actually be doing now is create some sort of an agent with open. This is the next level they're going to do, is to be able to pull the data out of this and take it and put it into, we could put a heat map so that we could see red, yellow, green. Did we do it? Did we not do it? And have a heat map up on the wall for that we could then pull up during our screen like this, that we could pull up during our ORCA sessions, to be able to go have a look at the heat map and go, how many times did we hit this week? How well did we actually do? We've got this data that we can actually dump out and pull some specifics out of that as well. But as I say, the AI being able to recognise patterns is one of the most powerful things that there is. So we hit the objective, we did our results, we got our causes. Causes can be because why we failed, or it's usually because why we failed. What causes it? That's how this process gets better and better and better. I haven't got this actually screwed right up yet. When I start screwing it up to the point where I'll start failing and start getting things wrong, which is all part of flawless execution, when that happens, it will start giving me actions to correct. How do we improve the next day? The back of my shirt, those 4 words at the top. Actually, I'm going to, I've got the thing in my hand, give you a better look. You have to remember, and this is vitally important, trust the process. Progress is not linear. Do not expect that we are going to get this perfect every single day. This is why we run ORCA, an ORCA process, where we improve. We're not just going to go like that. We're going to go up, we're going to go down, particularly when we're turning a project around. We're going to have shit days. Guaranteed, we're going to have poor days. We're going to have more good ones and we're going to have poor ones, and the poor ones, the level, the baseline for the poor ones is going to keep creeping up and up and up and up and up. So the poor day gets better and better and better and better and better, which is the real objective of all this. Right, this is an extremely powerful process. I want to flick you and show you just the first 30 seconds of this video. This guy is called Ryan Tierney. He's done a couple of turnarounds very much similar to this with companies, not on projects, but companies, which is a project anyway, turning a company around. There's one key phrase in this first 30 seconds that I wanted to see if you pick up what it is. I'll play it for you right now.
We're here with 3 powerhouses in the lean sector.
Some people saved money, made more profit. Recently, we've had a company who saved 8 weeks of production time.
We need to put them in the best position to survive, be flexible, be productive, be agile.
There's no substitute for direct observation. To see the turnaround of his company is just mind-blowing.
Tools and technique, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged, motivated, and being able to sustain it. That's the real challenge.
Roy, you come to the club tonight?
Hold on, will you be there?
Of course, bro.
Tools and techniques, that's the easy bit. It's getting your leaders engaged and being motivated and being able to sustain it. That's the hard bit. That is the hard bit of this, turning up every day and doing this going through our ORCA process every single day at the end of the shift. People say we don't have, actually I'm going to read you a quick sentence out of the book. This is the people that say that we don't have time, or you don't understand how busy we are, okay? If you think there's too much hierarchy in your organisation for a debrief, try the Air Force. This is where this comes from, okay? If you think there's no time for a debrief, try combat. If you think that the debrief won't work in sport or in business or even at home, consider the New York Giants and other examples in this book. Better yet, give it a go with your team. We believe the debrief is the single most powerful tool for you and your ambitions. The only reason you don't have time to debrief is because you're not debriefing. This will give you time, not take it up when you start getting this process right. So, why it works. The team owns the plan and the outcome. As they start to get used to this more and more and more, they start to run it themselves. Debrief sessions too, by the way. Debrief, if you've ever watched Top Gun or one of those types of movies, I actually spoke with Boo on the phone, Christian Boucousis, and he said most of the movies are bullshit apart from one key thing. So when you see them land the planes, black on the deck on the ship or whatever it is, you'll see the pilot jump out with his helmet under his arm, takes his helmet off, goes under his arm, they go straight to the debrief room. There's no mess around, they don't go to the toilet, they don't go get a drink, go and have a beer, have a chat, old mate, whatever it is. Out of the plane, straight to the debrief room. Don't take their gear off, nothing else, just the helmet comes off so they can hear them. You can see them in Top Gun, they've got the helmet under their arm. He said that's about the one true part out of the whole thing, right? They go straight into this debrief process. It is nameless and rankless. No one gets to pull rank during the mission. On the PM, you'll fucking do what I say. Doesn't happen like that. Everyone gets to have their say, and it's not about blaming any single person. They attack the process, not the person. Play the ball, not the player. All right, just want to get that in. Use incremental actions and it drives 10x results. But your progress won't be linear. It's simple, must be simple. Dr. Eli Goldratt told us that. It follows what my good mate Tom Hughes calls a great process. Get to the Gemba to do it. It needs to be easily recognised, which that is. It needs to be easy to do. It needs to be available at the point of use. This is why this is up in the obey room. And everyone needs to be tested and trained in how to do it. Doing this every day is what's also known as deliberate practice. Everyone's going to get better and better and better and better at this as we go. In fact, that's one of the key things that we should be measuring. Is our session today better than it was yesterday? It eliminates the eighth waste, which is wasted talent, and it creates focus. Got to this point, you're thinking, we need to do this. We need to do a reset on our project, align the team before Christmas, so that we are all heading in the same direction when we come back on probably about January 5th. I do a coaching program. Coaching, wingman, catalyst. The wingman part is I've got your back. I'll show you how to create the alignment that you need to be able to get processes like ORCA going. This is only just one part of what I do, but this is the most powerful part of it. If I could only do one thing, like I spoke to yesterday, it would be this with your team. If you didn't let me do anything else, I'll just get this loop in with your team, particularly the debrief. That is the most important part of it to me. Help you get alignment and help you avoid the traps of people pushing back and rejecting it. Also, perform a role called the catalyst. You want one of these on site as well, but I'll help them out by removing roadblocks and mitigating that resistance to change. When I say to you, do you want to work with me to do this? There's either one or two stories going on in your head. First one, if you ever watched Ted Lasso, it will be something along the lines of a Roy Kent.
Roy, you come to the clubs tonight?
Hold on, will you be there?
Of course, bro.
Then fuck no!
If that's what it is, so be it. I've given you everything that you need. You can go back and watch day one. You've got everything that you need to be able to go and start this yourself. The value that I bring is in the speed, because I've done this all before and I'll make it much easier for you. However, if you think, when I say, do you want to work with me on this? And you think more like this.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
All of the details are on. Let's see if I can get my finger above. No, not even close, Benny. Let's get it down. ambitioustarget.com. Head across there. There are 6 sessions that I've got that I can get done before December. All the details there. If you need to message me or book in for a quick 15-minute chat before you book in the full day session, you can do that as well. All the details are on that page. Take it. Use it, make it a great week, because you don't want to start 2026 like this. You don't want to start 2026 like this. I'm starting a new pilot program called 2026 Pre-Season Training. It's for leaders who want to get their team match fit before the whistle blows and the 2026 season kicks off. So if you're running a good company or a team and you want to hit 2026 in a sprint, this is your window right now to set it up. We'll custom build your 12-month plan and drop it into a Trello board so that you actually track it and use it. We'll resource it properly so the work actually gets done, and set you up a school community so that you're ready to get rhythm from day one. We'll be setting it all up using Goldrat's project rules of flow to mitigate the 12 causes of project failure, because that's exactly what this is and how you need to treat it as a project. And you'll also be learning to leverage AI where it counts to get the most impact. This isn't some paint by numbers cookie cutter course. It's pre-season training custom built for your business. There's only 10 spots and we'll have it wrapped up so that you're ready to run before we hit Christmas. DM me the words 2026 pre-season training and I'll send you all the details, because you really don't want to start 2026 like this.